back everybody to the second half. We've just kicked off and had a good 10 minutes break, and no changes from any of the two teams, however, as the second half now kicks off. Spain, of course, in the white, one ball forward though. We're actually trying to hold it up. There's a flag up for offside, in fact. So Spain, who have been the better team, but been pegged back by a never say die Croatia side. And you just wonder now, can they really take the ball by the horns and maybe cause a little bit of an upset in this second half? 1-0 to Turkey at the moment, Uzbekistan. That would be enough to take Northern Ireland through to the knockout rounds. Serda takes an early free kick there for the Croats, drawing 1-1, a creditable 1-1 with Spain at the moment. Could we see a very good second half in the pro making here? It's Iniesta now, just tailed off a little bit as that first half went on. Iniesta is trailed there by Rog, who's already on a yellow card, don't forget, so another misdemeanor from him, which is bookable. Then he could well be missing the last 16 game. Rog is actually his fourth cap tonight, so let's see how he goes on. Very, very inexperienced when it comes to international football, so we'll see how he progresses later on in the game, as regards of trying to stay on that one yellow card he's got. And here's Fabregas now for Spain. They're attacking the goal to our left, incidentally, and here's Ramos now to Iniesta, and Iniesta now just prodding up to the left, and here's a chance now for Jordi Alba to get forward, the Barcelona man, and again linking up well with his Barcelona colleague. And here is Silva towards the edge of the area. There's a man through on the far side, and it was shot right-footed, and it was Juan Fran, number 16, with the opportunity. And he caught it all wrong with his right foot, and into the stand it certainly went. So a goal kick it is to the Croats once again. As I say, no changes on either side. Croatia are a decent side, says Panini. Good to have you on board for the second half. I hope you could also join us for the final commentary of the group phases tomorrow evening, because it's Italy's turn. First time we'll be featuring them on the YouTube channel as a commentary match, and they will play the Republic, of course, who in our last the last time we featured them were on the wrong end of a 3-0 drubbing to Belgium. As the cross comes in there from Croatia, number 20 Pecchia with the cross, but it's not a good one. It was knocked away, but Serna now has it. The Croat captain, and he plays it back to number 5 Joe Luca without the head gear on it. I noticed there, Luka, you had the Croatian had some headwear in the Croatian flag in the first half, which made him very distinctable from any of the other 21 players on the field. Of course, there'll be substitutions and stuff like that, but the Croats, who made certainly 5 or 6 changes for tonight's game, well, they've certainly repaid the coach's vindication in them by coming back from a goal down. Better teams have failed to come from a goal down against the Spanish in tournament football before, so credit to Croatia for holding on in there and keeping the Spanish at bay. Let's just hope that the game second half doesn't turn into a farce, because both teams will already qualify. Let's see some good open football, and we haven't seen too much of that really in this tournament. We'd like to see a 5-goal thriller. And we've been praying for some of those for a while, although we've only had 2 0-0 draws in the 7 or 8 games we've covered so far. But we've had goals in the other games that we've covered, and certainly this one we've covered tonight. That's had 2 already. Let's hope for a 5-goal thriller. That would be a really good open game of football. We want to see some open attacking play. Here's PK now for Spain to Iniesta, midway inside the Croatian half, but it's been cut out there by the number 4 Perisic, and he gets that ball forward once again, and the ball has stayed in down the far side. No, it hasn't. The ball had actually just drifted out before Vasilenko, number 7 Rakitic, could keep that one going. Spain have had the better of the possession, certainly the better of the chances, although Croatia would argue they hit the crossbar before Karadzic had got the equaliser, so Morata scored after 7 minutes for Spain. Kalinic equalised right on the stroke of half-time. 45 minutes exactly, in fact, when he got the equalising goal. So 1-1 it is then in Bordeaux. In the other game, it's still 1-0 to Turkey. A Turkey win by 4 goals or less would see Northern Ireland safely into the last 16. They lost 1-0 earlier on today in Group Z against the Germans. A very brave and creditable 1-0 defeat. And they never let anyone down at all. Germans will be a little bit disappointed. They haven't really set themselves on fire at the moment, the current world champions. But when it gets to the tournament, and that's when it will start to open out a little bit. Maybe the games will get a little bit better as the last 16 starts, and then the quarters, semis, and the final, of course. And we'll have to pencil in extra time, penalties, golden, all sorts of permutations at the end. When we get to the knockout stage, it'll be almost like FA Cup football from Saturday onwards, all the way through to the final on the 30th on the 10th of July. Sorry, after a month's worth of fantastic football and enjoyable action, it'll all be over in the blink of an eye come July the 10th. Still another half a month worth of great football, and we're still the best bits still to come, the knockout phases, and this is where usually the cream rises to the surface. Here is just over is dispossessed. Now Rakitic inside the centre circle, well cut out again. Good defending, I have to say, from the Spanish as well. Ball back to David De Gea. There's one or two shaky moments in that Spain goal tonight, and he's got away with most of them. Had no chance, in fairness to him, on the equaliser. It was a lovely depth through there by Rakitic. Here's Jordi Alba for Spain. Infield to Silva. Silva getting it back. Now Piqué, Ramos rather, has found Busquets. Busquets is the Barcelona playmaker. Son, of course, of the goalkeeper, the former reserve goalkeeper Busquets, who played in that 1991 Cup Winners' Cup final for Barcelona as Zubizarreta's replacement against Manchester United. Mark Hughes beat him twice. And now Steve Bruce will always lay claim to his part in the first goal. And Hughes tapped it in. Hughes has always said he's claimed that from about a millimetre out. And then Mark Hughes from an acute angle made it 2, and Koeman pulled one back. Where his father played in that final in 1991. Here's a chance now. Alba playing a cross into the side of the 6-yard area. And Morata was waiting with intent. He wants a corner. I don't think he's going to get it. So we're playing the ball into Alba. Lovely first time cross. And in fact, yes, it came off Morata last, so it will be a goal kick to Croatia. Just a little flip round the corner, and then there was a little bit of a set to there, and then the number 4 there. That could have been Perisic there holding Morata by the chin. Morata being spoken to amazingly by the Dutch referee. I think he should pull up Perisic as well for the hand on the chin as well, because that was a little bit stupid there by the Croatian number 4. There's Shaluka now, without the headgear, of course. And Benini, please don't swear on the on the stream. If you got a comment, please comment with using clean language, please. I think Ireland, as regards your second comment, as you see the Croats break again. Here's a chance now for Pietcha, and he was taken out surely there, quite crudely, I thought. So a free kick it is. So the referee deciding that it was a free kick to Croatia. Paraka would certainly flown to the ground, dumped to the ground there by Nolito. Well, there was Nolito and Ramos between them. Did a good tag team job on him. Unfortunately, they get to the spot they're playing is not wrestling, it's football. 10 minutes gone in the second half, and Spain unbelievably now on the rack, and with an opportunity here, and maybe looking at going 2-1 down if they're not careful. Referee making sure that the Spanish wall's 10 yards sufficient enough so the vanishing spray can be used. Rakitic is going to take the free kick. David De Gea erected that 3-man wall. Now then, Rakitic, body forward in blue. Rakitic sends it in towards the 6-yard box, and it was a wonderful free kick. And it must have come off a defender last because it will be a corner. Came off Ramos, in fact. Past the far post and behind for the corner. And Ramos had to get there because Jedvac was going right in there. He flew in there, couldn't get anywhere near the ball, and Ramos got there instead. So Rakitic will have to go from one end of the from right to left now to take this corner from the left-hand side. 11 minutes in fact go now in the second half. 1-1, evenly poised, and if Croatia could sneak another goal here, it would make things interesting. Corner comes in from the left-hand side. Goalkeeper decides to punch it under no great pressure on the edge of the 6-yard box. I don't understand the foreign goalkeeper's mentality. Catch the ball. Don't try and take chances by fisting it. It's easy for me to say. I'm English. Here's Serdado for the Croats. And here they come. 1-1 is the score. Good cross. The goalkeeper again didn't get any positive and got out of jail, but still might not get out of jail. And the other effort goes wide, and it was, well, a chance there for Pareska, who tried the overhead kick, but the goalkeeper here, Cerna's cross, he's come for this, and he should be really leaving that to his defenders. Jedvac had the first effort, and then Priacha puts the ball just narrowly wide of the post, and wide it went for a goal kick. But I tell you what, De Gea is living on the edge here, and if I was Vincenzo Del Bosque, I'd be absolutely having a bit of a worry over the goalkeeper at the moment, to be perfectly honest. He's made 2 rickets which could have led to a goal for Croatia. Here's Iniesta now midway inside the Croatian half. Waiting to Jordi Alba. Alba now back to Ramos. Ramos pirouettes now. Buys Busquets, and Kalinic was putting in Ronda. All sorts of pressure then. And still good patient. Still the usual tippy-tappy patient ball. Silva trying to control it inside the penalty area. Just cannot control it enough, and it's spoiling in the arms of Sopacic, who can take the ball calmly. And problems now for Del Bosque, as number 19 is about to come on for Spain, and that is Soriano, Bruno Soriano, of course. He plays his club football incidentally for Villarreal, of course, who got within an ace of reaching the Champions League UEFA Cup semi-final. They were beaten by Liverpool, of course. And here is Iniesta now for Spain. Both Real Madrid and Seville hold both European Cup prizes. Can Spain keep hold of their European Championship crown? At the moment it's looking a little bit precarious because Croatia are attacking with intent down the right here, and the crossing is a dangerous one, but again nobody waiting in the centre for the cross down the left hand side, and in the end Spain are saved again. I think it was a good break by Perisic down the left hand side. Maybe just put a too good a cross in there. 59 minutes gone. Substitution for Spain. Nolito is the man being withdrawn, and Bruno is the name on the back of his shirt. We may well refer to him as Bruno, but not Frank Bruno. Doesn't look like our Frank. Soriano is his second name, but he prefers to be called Bruno on the back of his shirt. Shall we call him Bruno, or shan't we? Shall we call him Soriano? We'll call him Bruno. We'll call him what's on his shirt. Here's Jaluka though for Croatia, who, to be fair, defensively have looked very, very comfortable in this game. And now Jedvac, who's certainly having something to say to himself, and he finds his colleague now, Veresco. And then finds his colleague Badelj, and he's now back with the goalkeeper. I do apologise for the pronunciations of some of the players. It's very difficult to pronounce. It's a commentator's worst nightmare, I can tell you. tomorrow night we've got Italy against the Republic. I hope you can join us for that one. All these games, of course, being brought to you, I should got to say, in association with Ultra Frame, your home, our passion. Up to 50% off conservatories, conservatory roofs, patios, porches, windows and doors. All made from their showrooms down in Clitheroe in Lancashire. In Bordeaux, however, it's 1-1. And we played an hour. And here's PK now, the former Manchester United man now, having a trophy-laden career at the Nou Camp Stadium. Silva now plays it just about to Fabregas, and Fabregas finds Alba in a bit of space on the left-hand side, level with the penalty area. Now the ball comes back to the captain, the Real Madrid man, Sergio Ramos. Now the ball laid in by Alba. Now Iniesta has it. Good patient build-up. Bruno back to Iniesta. Iniesta to Silva. Silva turning. Plenty of Croats back now, plenty of blue shirts back, and he's making it so difficult for Spain to break down. It's almost like England against Slovakia all over again last night. It really is. It looks like that. It's like it's being revisited. The only difference is it's 1-1 rather than 0-0. And here comes Spain again. And here's Alba. Alba to Silva. Silva now and Manchester City trying to keep the ball going, and away comes the ball all the way back to David De Gea, and De Gea just strokes it away. PK finds Busquets. Busquets in there, good little flick round the corner, but couldn't find Silva, and it goes to the goalkeeper for Croatia. It's still 1-1 here then in Bordeaux. And in the other game being played tonight, it's still 1-0 Turkey against the Czech Republic. Remember, a draw in that game or a goal, anything less than a 4-goal victory will do it for the Northern Irish. They will be into the last 16 of a major competition since 1982. Ball being out for a throw for Croatia. Just seen a nice shot of some of their female contingent with the Croatia flag painted on their face. Lovely use of the face paint on those young girls' faces as that throw is taken by Cerner. And a chance now for the number 20 to run into the penalty area. And he was tripped there, surely. And the penalty's not been given. It was Priaccia who went down there. He did down to the ground a little bit theatrically, possibly there for the referee's liking. The Dutch referee was well positioned, so too was his extra official with the magic wand. Not 10 yards away, so he saw the incident quite clearly. I can't communicate with their walkie-talkie outfits, of course, and well, it's all gone down too well with the Croatian contingent in the crowd. And it's instead of a penalty, Spain have possession with David Silva again. Silva to Iniesta. Iniesta. The game just being slowed down. As soon as Spain get it, it's slow. No pace or no tempo to it. It's just slow from Spain. At least when Croatia get the ball, at least they're going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, which is it's just slow and lethargic. We love the Spanish way of things, but they've got to step the tempo up a bit. It's 1-1 here. Here's Iniesta. We don't want this turning out to be a ball draw. We want to see a good open attacking game of football, even if it does decide to end 1-1. Spain are doing nothing for me at the moment. They're just playing the ball around at walking pace, and as a commentator, you want to see a good attacking game of football. Maybe we'll get all this during the second half. It's good entertaining stuff, and it's like watching the Harlem Globetrotters really in some respects, but the passing movement is just so slow. Here's Fabregas now for Spain. 1-1. They are being held by a brilliant Croatian display. They've really come to the party and really have done tremendously well to hold the Spanish. I've got to say, they've been really fantastic. 25 minutes to go. Croatia 1, Spain 1 is the score in Bordeaux. In the other game, Turkey winning 1-0. Good enough for the Northern Irish to go through. And to be fair, they've earned their right, if things stay this way, into the last 16. They have been superb. Michael O'Neill, take a bow in your team. Here's Croatia now. Rather, Iniesta now. Played it in there. Now a chance for Alba. Alba on the left-hand side. Cuts inside. Alba was the shot and it gets a deflection. It will be a Spanish corner. And the corners really haven't been good enough from a Spanish viewpoint. Maybe it's high time they got a couple of these corners better. Substitution, I think, taking place, and I think Morata is about to come off here. This is the penalty again. Well, to be perfectly honest, let's have a look at it again. Oh, I think the referee got it right, to be fair. I think he fell most dramatically there. Adjuris comes on for Spain to replace the goal scorer Morata, who scored now his third goal in this competition. He puts in level, of course, with Wales's Gareth Bale. And the ball in towards the 6-yard box. It's not a very good corner, but they'll get a second goal. Panini says if this is Spain, a dangerous slow passing and you kill a chip into the box. It is a decent game. We just want the tempo just to pick up a little bit, maybe. Here's this corner here from somewhere. It's towards the 6-yard area. A good header, one man in the centre of the 6-yard line by Sergio Ramos. Headed it just wide of the far post, and a goal kick it is to spare to the Croatians. Good header one there, should score really. Sergio Ramos, a good header there, one got above Kalinic's marker, and the goalkeeper was beaten a mile, but Ramos headed it just past the far post and to relative safety, just relative safety from the Croats' point of view. Still 1-1 in Bordeaux. Halfway through a second half which has been lacking in terms of tempo and pace. It certainly has produced some entertaining, enterprising passing football from Spain, even if it had been moving it a little bit sideways perhaps in this second period, but still a good watch. Back to David De Gea, who kicks right footed over the halfway line. A good kick as well. And they wanted a free kick, Spain, but they're not going to get it. So what an opportunity now for the Spanish, who've won both their opening games, but at the moment being held by a tremendous brave performance by Croatia, and more than merit to be level at this stage of the game. Here's Cerna for Croatia. Can they cause an upset now? That's surely going to be a free kick for a foul on Cerna. He's really put some dangerous free kicks and set plays and crosses into that penalty area. And I've got to say the Dutch referee has tried to let the game flow. He's done well. I have to say Ramos maybe a little tad fortunate there. With the penalty. Alba had a little grab. I think the way he went over probably persuaded the Dutch referee's mind to just say no penalty, ref. No. Having said that, though, if he'd have gone down in instalments, I don't think the referee would have budged either, to be perfectly fair. We're coming up towards 69 minutes gone, and at the moment 1-1 is the score, and the tempo is not as fast as I thought it might be. Now Ramos might be able to pick the tempo up, and I would have thought the referee would have played an advantage there, but the free kick has been given to Spain. It was a foul by Cerna, but I would have preferred Iniesta to have played on there. I think there was a good situation developing there for Spain. Still, they're taking the free kick rather quickly, and now they're starting that pass and move again. That tippy-tappy that everybody knows them for, and ticky-tacky, and that's a good ball played in by Iniesta now. Is that a penalty? It is a penalty. And the Croatians surround the referee in protest. There was a foul in the area on David Silva, and the yellow card is being brandished there. And the penalty is to the Spaniards, and they're saying that the Spaniards have made a meal of it. I think it was Silva who went down there. A little chip in there was Iniesta, and it was the mirrors to contact. Silva certainly went down there. There was certainly contact there. Let's see who it was. It was the number 2 there, Veriesco, I think, who brought him down. And the referee ran to the penalty spot like Usain Bolt in the Olympic Games, Olympic 100 metre final. There's a yellow card for complaining by by Dario Serna, the captain. So 2 yellow cards brandished there in the space of a few seconds. But what he does do now is give Spain the opportunity. They were absolutely seething. Serna has been confirmed as being booked. It's all, and it's tough luck on Croatia, but Sergio Ramos has decided to give himself the responsibility from 12 yards. He's up against Subatic here. Can he beat the Croatian goalkeeper? So it's the Spanish captain. A right smile on the Croatian goalkeeper there. Referee making sure that everyone else is outside the penalty area. So surely right-footed this time. The Spanish captain takes about 5-6 paces back. Runs towards the ball. And it's saved by the goalkeeper now. Did he move off the line? It doesn't matter because Ramos is perplexed and Croatia may well have gone out of jail with that one. It's a great save. But did he move off the line? Let's have a look at it again. Oh, he's more than 3 yards off as that kick is being struck. That should have been a retake. Well, I'm afraid to say that the Dutch officials have let themselves down. Great joy for the Croats, but the goalkeeper there, he's clearly about 4 yards off his goal line as Ramos takes his kick. I'm absolutely perplexed that that wasn't a retake. To be fair to the Spanish, they didn't really complain too much. Certainly Ramos didn't. He held his head in his hands. He couldn't believe he missed, I think. But the goalkeeper, Subatic, certainly moved at least 3, maybe 4 yards off his goal line, which enabled him to make the save. Veriatsko has been booked as well for the initial challenge, and it was a penalty, but that should have been a retake. A bit of a debate there for you guys. Should it have been a retake? Panini said it was a body check. It was. But here's one. Should that penalty have been retaken? Let me know in the comments alongside. A very, very debatable. And Panini makes a good view about the officials. He was in a perfect view. He was in line with the goal line. He should have said something there. They are mic'd up. They do have the walkie-talkies. Panini makes a good point. Do we really need these extra officials? Because at the moment they do absolutely naff all with the magic wand, so to speak. And Croatia have got. It should have been a retake from the penalty spot because the goalkeeper, quite clearly, and Panini agrees, it should have. They clearly moved 4 yards off the line before Ramos struck it with his right foot. And we have controversy here, and here's a chance there for the Croats. For one moment there, I thought they were going to get in there again. And a game that was slowing down at a counter as far as the tempo was concerned has really shot back up in an instant, with a potential penalty not being given for Croatia, a penalty being given to Spain, Ramos taking it, and the goalkeeper moving 4 yards off his goal line, and now Croatia all of a sudden have a free kick. We've had 2 yellow cards shown to the captain Serna and Veriatsko, and now Rakitic has got a free kick about 35 yards ago. Now, wouldn't this be a turn-up if this was to go in? Spain would be absolutely incensed if this one was to go in. They should be really 2-1 with a retake and penalty. And this would be a turn-up if the Croats scored here from this. It's going to be right-footed, 35 yards, maybe a little bit more than that. Right-footed. Deflect. Did it deflect? No, it didn't. It's a goal kick. It's gone right over. And he will be praising his gods here now. Well, as you see, this is the penalty incident. It is a body check. There is, well, that's the first penalty that wasn't given. I think now, why wasn't the goalkeeper pulled up there? Definite penalty to Spain, but the goalkeeper blatantly moved nearly 6 yards off his line. He almost got to the 6 yard line before the kick was taken. What is the use of these extra officials? I am really, really perplexed by that. I must admit, at first glance, I thought it was a magnificent save, and when you look at the replay, it quite clearly, I mean, he moves about 3. I thought he moved a couple of yards off initially, and I thought, well, if he's moved a couple of yards, it's just gamesmanship. But when you look at the replay, he certainly moved a good 4, maybe 5 yards off his line. and that should not be being tolerated. And I think it is a joke when the officials, especially behind the goals, cannot even see it. It beggars belief. Some of the refereeing in the last few games, the last few days, it's just been nothing short of pathetic. It needs ironing out. The referees need. I mean, these extra officials, they're there to judge things like that, and I'm afraid the extra official behind that goal has not done his job. The referee is. I mean, to be fair to the Dutch referee, he can't see everything. He's got to make sure that everyone stays back. And that's a goal kick, I think. Or is it a corner? It's a corner, in fact. No, was it a free kick? In fact, the Dutch referees gave a free kick for dangerous play. In fact, there was a foot up in the area by the number 4. Here he is again. It was number 4, Peteric. And it was a high foot there on Sergio Ramos. Not too dissimilar to what happened in the Ireland game when Shane Long was almost had his head taken off by a defence, by a high foot by one of the Belgian defenders, and that led to the opening goal of the game for Belgium, scored by Romelu Lukaku. And almost Spain bringing themselves into almost trouble there, but away comes Ramos again. That was well, it's anyone's game now, but that decision by the goalkeeper to get away with moving blatantly 4 yards off his line could well be the game changer, and it's gone against the Spanish tonight. No two ways about it. But the Dutch officials have not really covered themselves in much glory. They get one decision right, the penalty decision, and then the extra official behind the goal. I mean, is he watching the same game as us? Everyone in his dog could see quite clearly that he moved 4 yards off his goal line. Spain now will want to put this to rights now, and they're slowing the pace down again. Here's Silva though, edge of the area, trying to thread the perfect through ball now. A chance for Bruno. Bruno plays it out towards the far side. Now can Spain pick out a good ball? Bruno's in there! In spite of penalty spot, and he just couldn't quite get there, but he will. But he has yelled at the corner though. Lovely little cross there by Juan Fran, and it came off Serda's back heel and behind for the corner on the near side. Bruno within an ace of getting ahead on that. And all of a sudden the Spaniards now come to life behind the Croatian goal. 12 minutes bus stoppage time to play then. Here's Silva with the corner, right footed, header one inside the area by Sergio Ramos, and he's got over the bar. He's claiming something other. He's claiming, I think, another corner here, but it's a goal kick in the end. Well, here we are then, 1-1. So Spain would go through. Croatia, in fact, if they finish second, would face Italy on Tuesday night. And again, that will be one of the games that we probably bring to you on the commentary. Well, as I say, once the second round draw has been settled, we'll pick out which games will be deemed good enough for commentary, because we won't be able to cover every game in the last 16, of course, bowling for extra time and penalties and all that side of the thing. But England we will be covering as well, and hopefully Wales and Northern Ireland as well, if they can get through. No change in the score in the Turkey game, by the way, and it looks as if Northern Ireland now, barring miracles, are going into the last 16. So we see all three of the home nations all safely through to the knockout rounds. A ball coming in towards the back post, and it's behind for the goal kick. Bruno again right in there. Over crossing Cesc Fabregas of Arsenal, formerly of Arsenal, and it just misses the head there of the number 20. Cesc Fabregas now plays for Chelsea, of course, and Bruno can't get the header in. And a goal kick it is to Croatia. 10 minutes to play, and Joe Luca, who picked up an head injury in the early stages of the opening game, is Not looking too shabby here. And now our next commentary game involves Italy against the Republic of Ireland. It's an important match for the Republic of Ireland. They nearly need to win and hope. In the other game, Sweden take on Belgium. That will be played simultaneously. And you'll be able to hear those games. The Portugal group match, the concluding games in the Portugal group will be played earlier on in the afternoon tomorrow. And we'll give you the scores and the permutations from those on that group during the commentary of the Italian game tomorrow. And Gianluca being helped away. In fact, he's not going to be replaced. Kovacic is going to come off. He's going to come on and replace Rog, who's on a yellow card at the moment. And he's going to come off, be substituted rather than sent off. Done very well, Marco Rog. Despite the yellow card, he's done tremendously well. And now an opportunity now for Kovacic now to try and make his mark and maybe try and get the winner. Gianluca is ready to rejoin proceedings out there on the field in Bordeaux. 82 minutes of the game gone. 1-1. And Turkey, in fact, have gone 2 goals ahead in the match with the Czech Republic. And it means now, surely now, without any doubt at all, that the Northern Ireland are going through to the last 16. It will do enough. It will be enough for the Republic of Ireland. They will have a better goal difference than Turkey. They've certainly had a better goal difference than Albania, who despite winning their first game in competitive tournament football the other day, will be on the plane home, I'm afraid. But great news for the home nations now tonight. Great news for British football. Northern Ireland now, surely, if Turkey would have to score 3 times in whatever time that remained to go through. So Northern Ireland guaranteed almost a place in the last 16 as a best third place finisher. Here's Silva now down the far side, the right hand side. Uses his skill well, lightning pace, but he can't play the ball back. In fact, he finds Badel, who can get it away. And there's a chance now for Rakitic of Barcelona, up against some of his colleagues, of course, who play for the same club. And Rakitic has had a terrific season in Catalonia for the Barcelona team. And it will be a throw to Croatia. Last 7 minutes of this highly competitive game. Thiago will come on. And what a finish down. I mean, he's had a brilliant game, Fabregas. He's been at the hub for most of the good play that the Chelsea man has done in midfield. He's been at the hub of everything good that Spain have actually done. His accuracy, tremendous accuracy. 81 passes he's put in today. Covered 10.21 kilometres, and his passing accuracy, believe it or not, 93%. Very high percentage rate for passing accuracy, and he's done very, very well indeed. And Alcantara will come on for his 13th international cap. 84 minutes gone, 6 to play, 1-1. This game being brought to you by Ultraframe. If you want to know information about the Ultraframe products and about the company itself, go to their website, www.ultraframehomeimprovements.co.uk. And here come Croatia. Inside the last 6 minutes plus stoppage time at the end of the last rights now in Group D. Turkey winning 2-0 in the other game, but it's good enough for Northern Ireland because they're going through to the last 16 to join Wales and a very struggling England side who were very, very poor. I'm still got my opinions on Roy Hodgson and his team at the moment. They were terrible last night, as you will have heard. And that's fantastic. And well, it's been a fantastic performance from England. From Croatia, sorry, not a great performance from England. I'm still got a hangover from last night. I'm still still mad with England really over what happened last night, and they really will have to pick up their game for the knockout stages. They've got a good Riggs West ahead of them now. They've had a recovery day today in Chantilly, where their headquarters are based. As things stand in the Group D, Spain 7 points from 3 games, Croatia 5 points from 3 games, both safely through. Turkey would have 3 points from 3 games, but an inferior goal difference, and the Czech Republic going out with a true whimper there. And with that Turkey result, it's helping Northern Ireland, and we want to see them in the last 16. I've got my grave doubts about the Republic tomorrow in that other commentary game, the final commentary game of the group stage, but we will bring it to you in full on JB Claret's 1983 YouTube channel, with Ultra Frame, of course. 4 minutes to go, and the last rights now of Group A, well, Group D rather, being played out. So it looks as if Spain are heading into the last 16, and we'll get a very favourable draw in that section. Croatia will probably take on the Italians. It all goes to plan, and they will have a job on the Croats, because the Italians have been very good in attack. Very ruthless in attacking. Here's a chance now for Bruno. He's just inside the area. It's well blocked again. Good defence there by the Croats. And now Kalinic, who got the equaliser to bring it to 1-1. He's bursting forward. He's got a man to his left. Chance here for a quick cross. Oh, it's gone in! It's gone in! A goal! And De Gea was beaten on the near post at Croatia inside the last 3 minutes of the game. Have snatched victory, and it's Perisic who's got the winning goal. Well, it could well turn out to be the winning goal. Spain could well be playing Italy in the last 16 of the European Championships, because Croatia now lead the group. They could well lead the group now. Here's the breakout. It was Kalinic, the first goal scorer, and what about that for a finish? Inside the near post for Perisic, and no, David De Gea, who's really hasn't. Well, the goalkeeper should be... No, well, he went for his feet. He should have dived with his hands. And this is terrible goalkeeping. There may have been a slight deflection, but I'm sorry, but I don't buy that as an excuse. But Spain will feel injustice has been done, because the Croatian goalkeeper moved 3 yards off his line for the penalty miss. But let's put it into context now. It's a shock if it's to stay this way. Croatia 2, Spain 1. And that really puts Del Bosque's team under pressure. The yellow card there for the goal scorer Perisic for taking his shirt off during the celebrations. But it was a wonderful counter-attack, and Spain, for all their ticky-tacky football, well, they are not watertight in defence. There is very suspect defending there and suspect goalkeeping there, and maybe Del Bosque may well have to make a change in goal. Maybe he may have to bring on the veteran Iker Casillas, who's been playing in Portugal the last year or so. That ball has surely gone out of play, but it's been kept in apparently. So the Croats now with something to defend. It needed a leg twist, and we've got the leg twist. And Perisic, who's got the goal. What a tremendous finish. And he'll remember that for the rest of his life. 2 goals in 3 games in the tournament. Ivan Perisic plays for Inter Milan, of course, in Italy. A great moment for him. He got a yellow card as well in all of that, as I said, and that's been confirmed on the. That's been confirmed as well on the television screens. As Kalinic has fouled his man, it's a free kick. 30 seconds now of normal time. Can Spain save themselves in Bordeaux? So Croatia would be top with 7 points. Spain would have 6 points and be second. And that's the topsy-turvy neighbour of Group D. Spain had the Group 1 home and hosed at 1-0 up, but Croatia have knocked on the door, and have blown the house down twice. And here they come again. Spain now, they need to look for an equaliser somehow, somewhere, and at the moment they don't look like getting it. The ticky-tacky isn't working, because the Croats have just brought men behind the ball and just caught them on the counter-attack. We're into time added on for injuries. And Victor Kasai of Hungary will see. We'll see how long this. Our fourth official, Victor Kasai, will add on for stoppages at the end of the game. 3 added minutes, which has been the norm with most of the stoppage time at the end of each and every game. And now a chance now for Croatia to go forward, but they won't throw too many men forward, I would have thought. A great victory now for Croatia. They've really earned it. They've worked hard. Yes, they've had a little bit of referee decision go in their favour with the goalkeeper blatantly moving 4 yards off the line, but let's be fair, Spain should have had it won early on, and they had chances themselves other than the penalty. And now Busquets is losing his temper here, and it's all going wrong for the Spanish. We've played a minute of the free, and Kopp will come on now, number 22. He replaces Pakia. And now the Croatian fans in the crowd are celebrating. What a fantastic finish to this game. It really has been, and it's been very enjoyable. Great watch. And Spain have really suffered here tonight, but jubilation for the Croats. And Plaka will come off and take the applause from the Croatian fans, and Duja Kopp will come on. One minute of the minimum of 3 to carry on, and now Nikola Kalinic is having a set to with the referee. He's moaning at something or other. And in fact it was supposed to be changes, so Kramaric was due to come on. He's not going to be coming on yet. A penny for Del Bosque's thoughts. 30 seconds of the 3 to go, and so it could well be Italy-Spain in the quarterfinals. Winners of that will play Italy-Spain in the second round, and the winners would play, well, it could play Germany. Germany will still have to win their second round match, of course. Can't say they're guaranteed to play them in the quarterfinals, because Germany have been far from great themselves, and they didn't really do much. They didn't really perform well against Northern Ireland, if truth be told, in the earlier game early on. We played 3 minutes, by the way. The change will be made now, and in fact it will be the goal scorer of what could well be the winning goal that's coming off. Pejovic, what a moment for him. The man who plays his football in Inter Milan has just sent Croatia into delirium. This was his goal again, left-footed, in at the near post. David De Gea went diving in with his feet. Poor goalkeeping. He gets the yellow card for taking his shirt off, but mind you, who can blame him? He's just had one of the greatest goal-scoring moments of his life. Andre Kramaric, of course, once in Leicester City, cost Leicester City £8 million or something when Nigel Pearson was in charge. James deemed surplus to requirements by Claudio Ranieri last season. He will get a matter of seconds now at the end of this game. All eyes on the Dutch referee, you have to say, has had a mixed bag tonight. And now Croatia now going forward. There's an offside flag got up, and still we play on. We've played a minute and 20 over the allocated 3, and this is probably for the substitutions that's taking place during stoppage time. But the Croats are going to have a big celebration tonight. But wait a moment, can Spain equalise? Silva inside the penalty area. It's still might not over yet. Ball into the X6-yard box. It was turned away, and the whistle has gone. And what a surprise! What a surprise! Croatia have won! Perisic with the winning goal 3 minutes from the end of the game. Spain rallied in the final seconds. They missed a penalty when the goalkeeper saved, although he was 4 yards off his line, but forget all of that. Croatia just about deserving a work rate, patience, dedication, and Iniesta sportingly shakes hands with the Croatian side. And a penny really for Vincenzi Del Bosque's thoughts. What a moment for Croatian. What a moment for Croatian football as well. Nikola Kalinic got the equaliser after Morata had scored after 7 minutes. So Croatia win 2-1 at the moment, 2-1 in Bordeaux tonight. Amongst huge celebrations, Croatia in fact win the group. They go top with 7 points now. Spain a point behind in second place, so the European champions now finishing second. And the final whistle's gone in the other game in Lens between Turkey and the Czech Republic. And it means with that result, Northern Ireland have qualified for the last 16 with a 2-0 victory. Panacek reflected on what might have been there. They lost Thomas Rosicky right at the start of the tournament and just couldn't recover, but great joy there. So Northern Ireland qualified for the final 16, and what a moment for them. And that is a fantastic end to a fantastic group, a fantastic day's football. So Northern Ireland into the last 16 with Turkey winning 2-0 there. The Czechs go home in tears and despair, but what it does mean now, and Croatia have won Group D in the most dramatic fashion possible. Goals from Kalinic and Perisic cancelled out the earlier strike from Morata. Spain missed a penalty. Fantastic game, and now it's all beginning to fit into place. A real surprise, the first big massive surprise in this tournament. Spain have been done and done well. 2-1 they've lost tonight in Bordeaux. Football, more commentaries coming up tomorrow. Final commentary from the group phases of the European Championships, where we featured the Republic of Ireland, who are needing snookers really to even qualify for the last 16. They play Italy, are already through. Conte in fact making changes for that game, so we're led to believe. You'll be able to hear that for us from around about 5 to 8 in the evening. Kick off at 8 o'clock. And obviously we'll keep you updated with the events in Portugal's group as well, where that one is going to be mighty close to call as far as qualification, as far as Portugal's group is concerned. So you'll be able to hear what happens in all that. But well done to Croatia, big up to them. They've won the group D, and deservedly so, by 2-1 against the Spanish, even though their goalkeeper blatantly got away with some blatant cheating on the penalty. Take nothing away though from the Croatians. Spain have to lick their wounds at a potential last 16 clash with the Italians next week. But also we leave you with the news also that Northern Ireland have qualified as one of the best third place teams because Turkey beat the Czech Republic by 2-0 in the other game in Lens, up in Lens. So it means now that Northern Ireland and Michael O'Neill have qualified for the last 16 of the European Championships. Well done to them, and that's where we'll leave you tonight. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in. Until next time, till tomorrow, it's goodbye.